Hello there. It's from different movie. Welcome to Streaming Frontiers. It's Wednesday. Hopefully, it is Wednesday where you are, at least on the East Coast of United States of America. We have Wednesday right now. It is Streaming Frontiers, where no data stream engineer has gone before. My name is Viktor Gamov. I work as a principal developer advocate here at Confluent, and I will be your captain for today exploration of some new and exciting streaming technologies. Before we jump right in, I just want to know if I can see everyone or I can hear everyone. Let me know if you can hear me, you can see me. Where are you coming from? Like I said, third New Jersey studio, come to you live to your places where you are. We're live on YouTube and we are live in LinkedIn. It's our second time we're trying to do this with LinkedIn. I will be manually maintaining some of the comments that happens on LinkedIn. So just shout out there if you are watching this in your working afternoon. Also YouTube, please let me know if you see me, can hear me. Sound is fine. That's what I can see on my side. But I cannot see this without your without your input. So today I have a very exciting show, exciting for me. I hope you also will be excited for some of the pieces of technology that I will be demonstrating today. Things around Visual Studio Code and some new things with AI and Flink. So I have a hash-bash of the different things for you. Hopefully, you will enjoy this the same way as I I did. So couple items before we jump into action. So first of all, Current, our flagship event where we are gathering community of data streaming engineers. Just couple weeks ago, Current London happened. It was huge success. It was great. It was fantastic to see. It was great to see everyone there. Whoever joined the sessions live in London, or whoever joined us on the live stream. Speaking about the Current, you can watch the session. You need to go to Current website, and that's the Current confluent.io/London, and you can watch the sessions. You just need to fill up the small form, and you will be able to see all the sessions. If you are interested in Confluent, Current in Bangalore, all the videos are published in Confluent Developer. And, I hope you already know what's the Confluent Developer. If you're on this channel, you are watching this you're watching this on the Confluent developer YouTube channel. All right, so looks like we have a connection from YouTube. YouTube people can see this. Thanks, Alexander. I see a few people joining us from Maryland, from Bay Area on the LinkedIn. I'm still trying to find the ways how I can bring the comments from LinkedIn into this live stream. Looks like there's no kind of like easy solution. I'm trying to explore this. Yeah. Also, I've been busy doing the presentation around the world, so you can go and grab to see what Viktor was doing at the Kotlin Con, on Current London, a Real-Time Analytics Summit, GeekOn, DevOps Friends. So a bunch of new videos and bunch of new presentations and slides are there at speakinggamov.io. Hopefully you find whatever you're looking there. Some new content around Flink, Schema Registry, and all cool stuff. All right, so let me see if there's any questions in the chat. I don't see any questions, so I can go and continue with my own thing. So Visual Studio Code, Confluent extension, VS Code. A lot of things happened for the since the first time I showed you VS Code extension. Previous episode number 1. If you missed episode number 1, you can find all these live recordings here in Streaming Frontiers, the playlist. You can find all these episodes here. In the first episode I showed you some of the cool things that landed in Confluent extension for Visual Studio Code. These things are evolving, and today I want to bring some of the new and exciting things. While I will be talking about this, I see a few people join from Greece, Brazil. This is great. Bangalore. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Let me actually bring these
to an even more complex task. Our Runner Tracks website has a page listing races, and we want the ability to search for a race by name. This is going to require changes to a number of files in our project. Services, server-side code, UI, and tests.
Create my Java app from Java 8 to Java 21.
Agent mode, allowing
it uses several AI agents in the upgrade process, which starts with creating a plan and identifying...
Crazy. What just happened? my browser just start talking to me, and all these YouTube tabs start talking. But I killed them. Hopefully it didn't disrupt this stream. Now I need to have a fresh browser because I want to start with something. Let's bring Google Chrome. We're gonna start with the new instance now. So Visual Studio Code. I'm gonna be using this new extension on the Visual Studio Code. Not the code. I'm Confluent. I'm gonna do Confluent. That's the Visual Studio Code extension for Confluent. And as you can see here, this is the version that we're gonna be using. If you are not the older version, please do upgrade. Let's see if I can do Confluent Cloud. And also we're gonna log this in and we'll see what we can do. Now, a couple new things. I showed those things in Current London, but I showed this at the Meetup Hub, and the quality of the video was like far from ideal. So I decided, okay, so let me show some of the new, cool, exciting things in here. So let's take a look. Meanwhile, let me see if I can open my LinkedIn on another browser without blowing with the all sounds and all these kind of things.
there. Hey, Pierce.
Hello.
No.
How's it going?
Still.
Good. How are
For some reason
you?
decided to
Never a dull day, and
played all the videos. I'll figure out this after. So we're gonna stick with whatever it is. Never happened before. Now, the couple new things that I really want to show you. So with this, many of you know the Confluent Cloud is the managed service for Apache Kafka. So your Kafka topics, your schema registry subjects, all the things will be available in here inside this Visual Studio Code extension. One of the things that we also added, and many of you, I don't know if you know this, write down in the comments somewhere, but we also added a Flink integration. So Confluent Cloud as a managed service provides the Flink extension. And now we do have an ability to connect with, if I go to say Confluent, and there would be Confluent extension. And now Flink, there's an experimental feature for now for Flink to enable, where is it? Flink compute pool, Flink Confluent Cloud integration for Flink. Oh, this is something that I'm going to show you how we can enable this. But now I think the Flink in not anymore in experiment. It's available for everyone. So essentially, you can connect to a cluster. You can see the statements. You can do a lot of interesting things, and same thing as you normally do with, say. Let me open this password tool. I'm not going to show you my passwords, obviously. And I'll just go my login. And my password. Oh, says login is incorrect. And that's not correct. It's not right. Wrong email and password. Let's see. Let's see. Always keep your passwords handy. Let's see if this one will work. Wrong password? Why? Let's do a step back to Confluent Cloud one more time. It's gonna be Confluent Cloud. Schema Frontiers one more time. Let's try it one more time. And my password. Let's see if this will work. And then now it works. Okay. Typing is always difficult. Now I do have a fresh environment. There's not much here is going on, and I have a cluster, and I do have a Flink compute pool installed, and now I can do interesting things. I do have some of the statements that I previously tested, and those are available in AI. So same thing in UI. So I can see here, but also inside my VS Code extension, I will be able to see all the statements. Cool thing about those, you will be able to see the code. What kind of code would be executed here? Say wrap. So we can see this code. In this case, it's some of the code that will be executed programmatically, and I'll show you how you can do those type of things. And let me see. So what you can do with this, and also you can see results of the statement. If you would execute this, there's a button here, as you see here. This looks like a envelope and the magnifying glass. And in this particular case, the statement would be show catalogs, and the result would be this. So that's essentially, you will be able to do it yourself with your own statements. One of the things that, let's try Confluent, generate new project. We say Python and Flink table API with Python example. This is where we're going to be doing some of the parts when we need to connect our application that will be using table API. Table API, it is the Python library that allows to programmatically create statements, Flink statements. And as you know, hopefully you know this, and it's a good reminder that this this functionality, like generating project, is a part of the Confluent extension. So every time when you are here, you will be able to click here, generate project from template. That's the leads you to the list of different projects that you can try out. So in this particular case, let's connect to my Confluent Cloud Flink. So in this case, API keys. I do have this API key. Let's see if it's hidden. Can I copy this somewhere somehow? No. It's okay. It's saved in my another version of this application. So I can go ahead and just open folder. And I open this, and that's going to be my table API project for Confluent. And where this it has a bunch of documentation. You can know what exactly it will do, so you can learn all the things. In this particular case, I'm not very interested in learning things or doing anything like a particular here with the code. Only thing that I want to show how to run this application and how we can monitor some of the Flink state and happen. So essentially, this like a Flink table API in Python is just showcasing all sorts of APIs. So let's make sure that I do have all this virtual environment installed. Python create environment, virtual environment, delete and create existing one. We're going to use Python 3.9. That's one that I know that for sure works. And now this is kind of like a modern version of Python, and that's what I was told, that in the modern version of Python, kids are using this thing called let me see if I can see any questions that happens in this in the Streaming Frontiers channel on the LinkedIn. Nothing is happening there. So instead of using pip installing packages, using Poetry, which is like a modern the package manager, and we're gonna do this as well. So when I do this into terminal, new terminal. Poetry install. That will install all dependencies, including the different packages. And you can see here Confluent Flink table API is here. Now let's run something like Poetry. Okay. We have Poetry. I guess that's Poetry install that it will run. Okay, so it's just I thought that might be something else. Maybe there would be some interesting things we can do. Okay, Poetry, run hello world. So when I run this hello world, it will execute this code. Oops. It will be talking to my Confluent Cloud environment, and we'll be creating a bunch of tables that will use some of the schema that available in example catalog. If you, in your Confluent Cloud account, one of the things what you can see here, so if you go into environment, you do default, we go into Flink, and I go into into Flink SQL workspace, I do have an example catalog that have a bunch of tables that you can play around with this, like a table of products. We're gonna explore this from VS Code in a second. Let me show the terminal window. It running something, and if I will go here in another tab, the way how you can go here. Let me log into Confluent Cloud in a second because I got to restart things. I'll use a different window to log into Confluent Cloud. And I click login. It will pass it to here. So inside here, I'll have this compute pool. When I click this compute pool, I see the statements that would be executed here. So one of these statements that would look something like this. It's just prints out bunch of information. So in this case, like simple statement that will print hello world, will print some of the things that we have in the code, say like this one. We do have environment that we're connected to. We just feed with some data, print it out, but this actually will execute some Flink statement. Let's find this one, which one we were running actually. Let's see. Table API. Yep, that's table API. So that's the statement that was executed in this hello world function call from environment from elements, and we print this out. So basically, it's our select statement, and this is our hello world. That's how it runs. Some of the statements that will be taking longer. So, for example, in this one, it is a something that will run against the examples. In this case, let's take a look if we will be able to execute this one. Can we? Let's copy this, and inside my project, I'll say something my Flink SQL. So inside, every time when you create a new file, that extension has a flink.sql. Visual Studio Code will recognize this and allows you to do interesting things. So first of all, let's select compute pool so it will know where to retrieve metadata and say the catalog. It's my cluster. And so if I will just do from examples and customers. So in this case, it got this information from my environment, and I can just select star. And what else was here? We can see the old data here from examples. Let's see why it is why it's complaining. It says parse failed from line 3 was expected one of those. Select from. Let's see if this is something that we need to actually create those things. Okay, that should work, no? If I run this submit statement. And that should actually do the thing, no? Let's see if this will get us somewhere. I'm actually surprised why it is not. Oh yeah, it's actually showing some data. So it takes some time to execute the statement and create actual output. So now inside Visual Studio Code, you not only can access to Kafka topics and you do all sorts of like a Kafka things. but you also will be able to do all sorts of Flink things. So let's see if what else we can do here. So right now, so generate project from template, producer, schema, Kafka client from JavaScript. I'm interested in the schema registry. We can do, say, Python client, consumer producer, getting started. Let's see if we can use this one. Bootstrap server, secret, topic name. Yes, we need to use this information, and this information we can definitely get from our API keys. So if I go here, API keys, I can API key, my account. Next, I'll go with Kafka cluster for my environment and for my cluster 42, name, SF Kafka, streaming frontiers, Kafka cluster. Create key. We're gonna go with Kafka key, Kafka secret, topic name. Let's do streaming. Streaming frontiers. Data. Click complete. We have my account, Schema Registry in same environment, is same package, SF SR, SF Schema Registry. We do here API secret. Now, another thing that we also need to have is actual URLs. So we're gonna go in the Schema Registry. That's URL what we need to use. Inside the Schema Registry, there's endpoint. You can do plus, and after that, you will be able to access the Schema Registry. And for Kafka, similar thing. We're going into a default environment, my cluster, and where's my Schema Registry, CLI tools, networking, the types. I'm interested in Bootstrap server, cluster settings, Bootstrap server. That's what we're gonna be using. Bootstrap server, generate and save. We're gonna save it here as well. In new window, it's okay. Yes, of course, trust it. So let's see what else we're using here in order to install this requirement. So it feels like a pip. So in this case, we're gonna do a Python, create a virtual environment, this one, install the packages. Yes, please. And now things should be stored. So that's our environment where we're storing our keys. Let's see if our producer can produce something. So can I do run? Kafka configuration, stream frontier data, topic is not found. That's a set. We can create a topic here, create topic. What's the name of the topic? It's called streaming frontiers data. I wish it would be able to create this topic for me. Create. Number of partitions, number 9, because it's cool. Replication factor 3. Topic will be created. No activity on LinkedIn. Like it feels like I'm talking to myself. Like no one is commenting, no one writing saying, "Hey, did a good job. You're doing stuff," or like suggesting something. Like, is it? How many people actually watching? I'm just curious. Now let's try it. Let's try it one more time. Okay. we have some data. Let's refresh it. As you know from the previous streams, we do support Schema Registry inside Visual Studio Code, and see there's some bunch of transactions. Let's work with those transactions. And in order to work with these transactions, let's bring something, some interesting magic. One of the things that we introduced in the recent releases of Visual Studio Code is integration with Copilot. And many of you know that Copilot, it is a Microsoft/GitHub project for agentic IDE type of use case. So I already have a Copilot installed, but if you don't have it, you just go here, just find the Copilot. And it has a chat integration and Copilot and all those kind of things. So let me create a new chat for this. One of the things that I also use here, I use Visual Studio Code Insiders. I don't know if it's already landed in a stable version, but in Insiders, Copilot has agentic mode, so I can do some stuff with this or integrate with different tools and things like that. And that's why I'm using this. That's why I'm using this version of this file. Now, so what I can do here. So first of all, I can make sure that I'm in agent mode. Let's try to do bigger so you can see it here. In agent mode, I will be able to integrate with tools. And you see there's configure tools. And there's a bunch of built-in tools, but what we're interested in, we don't interested in this one yet. This one we will skip. We skip. We don't need this. We don't need this as well. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. Some of the extensions that built in Visual Studio Code allow to execute tools as a part of Copilot. We're not going to be using this, but look at this. Confluent as an extension provides some of the tools for integrating with Copilot. Remember from the previous episodes, and when I was showing things in the previous episodes, I showed you MCP server. MCP server, it's the way how LLM can get the results from or call tools. But in this case, we don't need to have any external MCP servers because the extension provides those. Like there's a list of topics, and let's ask me like do what topics I have. Also, make sure you're using model that supports calling tools. Sonnet 4.7, Sonnet 4, they support calling tools. In this case, it knows this what kind of tools we'll have. It get access to whatever this extension provides. In this particular case, connection to Confluent Cloud. So this will be able to interrogate this tool, getting the environments. As you can see here, output is interesting because it gives me all the environments. And now it showed me that's your topics. So one might say that, okay, it took some time to this tool to, let me move this one, like so you can have a bigger screen. From this here. So now my icon in the right position now. It says that have a topic. It has a external topic. It doesn't have a schema. It has a schema, so it knows a little bit more about the schemas and all this kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. So there's other tools available. Let's see. I can do these project templates. Okay, let's try something else now. So what I'm trying to want to do here is to try to create a Flink statement that allows me to do something with this data. So I have some data format, in format of transaction ID, account number, currency, transaction type, pending. Let me see if I can modify code in my Python producer. So I can generate a little bit more data here. So say not the 10 records, but rather main. That's we're loading. Message count. Let's do 1,000. That would be a little bit more funnier. When I run this, no such file directory. Let's close it. Start new project. 1,000 messages. We do have some interesting stuff to do. Now, I have this for the data like this. I would like to create a Flink statement that will create a table, count all these pending transactions. Okay, so let's try to do this in conjunction with AI agent. Now, this for this data, create Flink statement that count pending transactions. And as you can see here, you also can add this file as a context into this into conversation. Let's see if this will be able to do something for me. As you remember previously, those tools are struggling with a little bit understanding difference between Flink and Confluent Cloud. Let's see if we will be able to do something with this. So in this particular case, it's created a transactional SQL statement, which is not entirely wrong. So this is not entirely wrong. So let me close all those. Here's the problem, though. It doesn't know anything about this, about Confluent Cloud. What if I would ask, please ask context 7 for Confluent Flink SQL and modify let's see if this will be doing something. It actually should call my tool. Let's trust web servers from Windsurf. Context 7, start 7, start server. Connection. Okay, let's see if this will be able to. Now it still doesn't get it right. Like it's already 4th stream, and I still struggling to get right with this with Confluent. Let's see now. It should work potentially. Let's see if we can update this. Okay, let's work in ask mode. If I tools not available in ask mode. Okay, so we're gonna continue to do agent mode in context 7. Let's see. Start server. Connection state. It's not working. Okay. Let's try to configure this one. So what is context 7? So context 7, it is you already know about MCP server. I'm not going to repeat myself. Context 7, it's the MCP server that provides access to up-to-date documentation. And they support documentation from GitHub URL, from LML, and from website. And what I am actually interested in, say, Confluent Flink. And it actually knows a little bit about stream processing in Confluent Cloud. So it knows how to connect to Confluent. So let me configure we're gonna go with this MCP server, and we're gonna go with route of Docker or even the remote server. Let's do this one. Because it looks like it's something wrong with this. Something wrong with the dependencies and running this locally. Let's see, cursor. We can do this URL. Can we do URL in Visual Studio Code? Can we do? Yes, in Visual Studio Code we can configure this using this. Now, let's dismiss our its configuration that it's picked up from Windsurf. We don't need this. Let me kill it. That's what happens when you play around with so many let's see if this one that I want. It's also from Windsurf. No, this is not I want. I want to different one. So no context 7. Okay, now the status show configuration, borrow resources, doesn't matter. So we're gonna do, it looks like it's broken. Install npx. Interesting. It should have an npx, but it should not, it's not picking up. Now add more tools. Add MCP server. Command HTTP server that remote, yes. And that's where we're gonna use context 7 URL. Now we're gonna go this. Okay. Now we have access. Now ask context 7 for Confluent Flink SQL documentation and fix query. Oh, not this settings JSON. Okay, now, so this is what's cool thing is happened. Now it will try to call context 7 documentation because context 7 now has documentation for Confluent Flink. Click continue. Let's see if this will try to find correct Flink, Apache Flink. Let's see. Flink SQL. Okay, interesting. It's trying to find. Seems like context 7 currently unavailable. That's unfortunate. That could be true. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's try this. Let's not worry about these. Let's not worry about this connector configuration. One day I will get this right. One day I definitely will get this right. Now let's go to our Flink configuration. My Flink SQL. Now here, I don't need this. I don't need this. We're gonna get create table if not exist transactions. We're gonna do this. Create table if not exist transactions. Okay. And I click submit statement. Let's see if result is okay. Command completed successfully. And I should be able to see this new table inside Confluent Cloud. So if I go here in default, going into my Flink, compute pool, SQL workspace, tables, transactions. Okay, I do have a table of transactions, but I don't believe it's picked up from the right. I don't believe it picked up this from right from topic. Yeah. So in this case, I think we need to do drop table transactions and submit statement. Okay, so table gone. Tables and tables, it's gone. Okay, so the table is gone. Now let's do this one more time. Actually, let's try it. Let's try this SQL statement that we have. You know, this one. Might it work in my Flink? Submit statement. Okay, it's unsupported options found. Unsupported options, Kafka topic support options, changelog mode, connector Kafka, isolation level, retention. So topic is not supported, not supported configuration, which is great. Now we know this. We cannot do this. So I believe now. Let's see if we can do this from directly. So maybe we might not need to create those table because we already have this, but it's not going to be transactions. It's going to be streaming. Because we already have this table data, right? And we'll run this statement. Why? Streaming frontiers data. Because we need to do something like this. Yep. Okay. And the cool thing is that, you know, we get the response immediately here. So caused by table streaming does streaming frontiers. Okay. How are we gonna use this? That's interesting. Interesting. How are we gonna use this table? Because it will, let's see, show databases. We do have this database and use, where's the output? This one. That's my database, that my Kafka cluster is my database. Use, boom. Show tables. Okay, so we cannot do this. Looks like. Yeah, so in this case, we're going to use this one and we're going to run the show tables. That should work. Now, table name is correct. So that's the table name. Can we ask? Okay, so finally, someone asking questions. Someone asking questions. So Dima Sobolev is asking, can you ask Copilot create message and put this in the topic? Yes, I already showed this into Streaming Frontiers episode 2, I guess. On the previous episode, I used the MCP server to produce messages. So short answer is yes, you can do that. Now let's see, if I have this table, I should be able to run this against this. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. And it's going to be not transactions. It's going to be, that's the name of my table. I'm surprised that we cannot see tables here because it's tables clearly here. So it's not. And also sometimes this like inline, the code completion is also annoying. Yeah, so, okay, so let's see from, will it work like this? Failed encounter table. Maybe like this and like this. I don't actually know. Let's ask Copilot. Like, why am I doing this? Okay. Let's ask Copilot. Let's close everything. Let's get back to Copilot. And we come back to our statement. Now, how to create I'm surprised why my let's see if I need to just quickly one more time make sure that I have a correct tool selected. Built-in MCP context 7. How I can let's remove this here from here so it will not interfere. Context 7. Okay, it's gone. Should refresh tools. Now, what else? Puppeteer, MCP. Okay, so that's the MCP. That's working. So we need to remove one more. That is breaking our configuration. We don't need this context 7. Okay, that's another one. So I do have this installed in the different tools, and now tools are trying to integrate with them, with each other. So let's see if this will help. So now it's from the windsurf. I removed this. Now I remove this from Claude. Now this should ideally work. Okay. So I do have this MCP server. That's correct MCP server. Now ask context 7 about correct usage of Flink SQL in Confluent Cloud. Now, so in this case, it needs to use correct context 7 server. Okay, now say always for this session. Okay, so it will not ask me all the time. Now it uses correct MCP server. It appears context 7 is experiencing connectivity issues again. One day we will get this right. One day these tools will be on point. One day we will see how this technology will work. Best practices. Okay, where this found? Okay. Okay, it's interesting. So it found something. Let's try. Let's try it. Let's try this one. And where's my Flink? Unsupported options found. Pending strategy, unsupported option, Kafka topic. It doesn't support that. It's not correct. Show configuration. Let me bounce this. Let me restart the Visual Studio Code. Maybe it will pick up a correct environment after. Let's see. Refresh. Now talk to those code is incorrect. Talk to context 7 for proper usage of Confluent Cloud Flink. Copilot is starting. You know, one day those tools will get these things right, and one day I will not struggle to tell them go and research documentation. Of course, everything will go wrong whenever I'm trying to show you some cool things. Like every time. every time I'm trying to do some cool thing, I'm getting this crap. Let's try it one more time. But that's why we're doing this, because it's fun, and cool. And now the Visual Studio Code died like on me, like big time. Visual Studio Code Insiders. Okay. Okay. All right. We got this back. Let's see if I want to trust those. MCP player. I don't want to run this. I don't want to run this. What else? Playwright. I don't want to do this. Playwright. It's where's my context 7? Didn't save. No, it's here. Okay, so that's the consensus. Okay, let's start new chat, because maybe it's a new chat. Keep and continue. So I don't need this. Ask context 7 how to properly create table from Kafka topic in Confluent Cloud Flink SQL. Let's see. Okay, so it needs to call the server. File retrieve library combination for context 7. What? Library name. Something is not right, because it should find this, because I'll just do Flink SQL. And Confluent. Yeah, so that's this. This is the library too large to process. I see. This is that's the problem. That's the problem, that it couldn't find the right library. Okay, that's bad. Let's see, pending transactions. Well, so this should work, right? Right? Now I need to again sign into Confluent Cloud. That's annoying. Like every time I need to restart this Visual Studio Code, that I need to, okay, set compute pool. Okay. Set catalog. Yes. And now we should be able to submit. Submitting submitting statement. Filed what? Sort is downtime is not supported. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're not gonna do order by. Let's do this one more time. Now, let's see if this will require me to resubmit some of the messages, but hopefully it won't. Come on. Oh. It actually can do. It's actually can do something. Kind of like it was all over the place. It was all over the place. Trying to understand this thing. It's absolutely incorrect because in I think we can do something like if we want to create a table, we can do something like insert into new table from select. But I don't know. I'm gonna try this. But at some point, it figured out that it can just use this approach. So I will be able to do things like this. So if I'll just do select count on the pending count, at some point it figured out. Again, the tooling is not thinking. It's not figuring out this how to write correct query. It's just like trying to create some random output. Yeah, pending count works. So some of the things actually was able to use this alternative manual schema definition. That's wrong. That's absolutely bonkers, and that's not wrong. But actual queries work fine. So actual queries work fine as long as it start using correct table name. It actually start doing the things. So recently data query. I don't think this will work. Let's see. Submit statement. Because it's ordered by on the time. Let's see if it knows Flink statement found. What's happened? Lost connection to my Confluent cloud. Okay, it's got back. There's some glitch. Now, interesting. So what it says, it shows the last 10 messages. So it actually works. So it is quite. Whenever it starts, everyone knows SQL, and looks like agents also know this like AI agents and the code generating agents. They know a little bit about SQL. They still don't know much about Confluent Cloud. But we can let's see if we can create the persistent query for create table pending transaction summary as select. Let's see if we can do that. Submit statement. Let's see why it's not. Why it's not? Let's refresh it. Looks like something broke. Let's see. And we lost connection to Flink SQL. We can do the Flink SQL. Cancel. We don't need to save it. Looks like it broke. Let's see. Where's this? Create table. Create table. No, I don't like that. Like, why? Okay, another Flink SQL. Where is it? File create participants. What is that? What is that? Well, that's the pleasure of running those things in the public beta or any type of beta version of the software. In this particular case, it looks like something broke with the plugin. I will investigate this afterwards. It was a lot of fun, actually. This is the one of the episodes where I had a lot of fun. Visual Studio Code extension. Try it. There's something that the deterministic, speaking of talking to different APIs and seeing things in Confluent Cloud. Let's see. No, it's something is broken. Yeah, something is broken. I will to investigate, and we'll report to you next time. So now for the next time, I was thinking to what else or what cool things that you want to see. I was thinking to continue kind of this like a fringe exploration between AI, Gen AI, and integration with all this tooling, plus building something that's useful for Kafka world. So I'm still considering maybe I do have a great talk about how to query stream, and there's a bunch of different examples that I physically cannot fit in the one particular talk. But I was thinking too, if I would put them into some sort of each use case I will break down during the live stream. That would be super cool. And you let me know. Let me know if this is something that would be interesting for you. I still don't know how many people saw this presentation today. I see a few comments that happened here and there, but not so much. So let's have a better let's have a better attendance next time when we will meet again, and when we are gonna talk about some exciting things in the world of stream processing, in the world of Kafka, in the world of Confluent Cloud, and all this nice jazz. As always, my name is Viktor Gamov, and okay, so someone says, okay, so by the end of the episode, someone says it actually was not that terrible, and people learn something something useful. Thanks so much for support, Dima. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks so much for sticking around with us today. For some reasons, something is absolutely going wrong today. And don't forget to subscribe to enable notifications in the Confluent Developer YouTube channel. My name is Viktor Gamov, and as always, have a nice day.